Hey all of you, hope you guys are great. So in the last video, we have successfully tested the entire smart contract for a real estate app. So if you haven't watched that, I'll link in the I button or in the description so you guys can follow that. In this particular video, we're going to deploy this contract to the Mumbai test network using ThirdWeb. Okay, so this one is going to be a very interesting part of this project because you're going to learn about ThirdWeb and how you can utilize in your tab. Okay, so we're going to use extensively ThirdWeb right from this moment. So this is the smart contract we have left in the last video. Let me close this one. Let's come back to the headed config file, and here we have to do some important configuration before we deploy the code to the Mumbai test network. So you can see this is how the config file look like right now. You will have, and you will also get the starter file, and that it will have the same structure. So this is how it will look. Come up here. What I will do, I will simply minimize this one, open my Chrome browser, and I'm going to open Harder. So before I do that, I can just click on the MetaMask. Let me log into my MetaMask, and you can see right now I'm connected with this Polygon Mumbai because that's the network we're going to utilize it. And in your case, if you don't have MetaMask, that's a fairly easy process. Simply type MetaMask, go to the official website of MetaMask and install MetaMask in your browser. That's a fairly simple process. I have covered tons of time in my project. You can see I have already attached a lot of networks. So we have Mumbai, Ethereum mainnet, we have Polygon mainnet, we have Polygon Mumbai, we have Gorilla test network, we have Solidity test network, and we have Gorilla test network. So these are the networks that are depreciated now. You can't use it, but we can use Mumbai test network. So once you install MetaMask in your browser, you can click on the network section, and here you will have the multiple options, but click on this add network because at the very first time you won't have this Mumbai Polygon. You have to add it manually. So click on that, and it will open this one. Make sure to add your credential, whatever you have provided. So let me provide my credential, the passwords, and once I provide it, unlock that one, and you will have a similar dashboard like this. You can see right now I have this much Coin in my Polygon account. So this is obviously my not a real account, it's a fake one which I use for making tutorials, and right now I have this much Coin in my account. So what I will do, I'll click on this and I will come to the add network, and here you will find all the networks. So when you will install MetaMask, it will have couple of network already defined, and some network you will not find here. So you can see that we have all of this network, but you will not find Mumbai, Polygon Mumbai or Polygon networks here. You have to add that manually. So if you don't find that, don't need to worry about that. Click on this network section, and here you can create the network. You can create that particular provider which you want to use. So you can see that I have already created this Polygon Mumbai, and these are the couple of information you want. So you can click on this and you can add a network, and you have to provide all of this information. So if you're using any blockchains, all you have to do is to add this credential and it will work fine. So you have to add come up here. So you can see we are on the Polygon Mumbai, and here you have to provide the name. You can give literally whatever name you want, but I will give this Polygon Mumbai. Hey, and here you have to provide the RPC URL. So you can find the RPC URL, like if you can type RPC URL for Mumbai test network, you will get that one, but I prefer to use the Acmele for that. Okay, so to get this particular URL, all we have to do is, let me show you how you can do that. Okay, so this is the URL which you have to get, or I will provide this in the starter file, so you can simply copy and utilize it in the project. So simply open the new tab and let me type the Acmele. Click on this. So make sure to come to this website and you have to create your account. So click on this and you have to create your account. So if you don't know what is Acmele, Acmele is a Web3 provider, node provider, which you can use it to fetch information, and that's what we're going to do it. So make sure to create your account. I'll sign in, and I already have an account. So you can see this is the entire dashboard I have, and I have already created a lot of keys, a lot of networks to connect with my project. So we have Ethereum mainnet, we have Gorilla, we have Polygon. So all of these things we have. So the most frequent one I have used is the NFT one. You can see I made a create app, and here you have to provide the name of the network. You can give whatever name you want to your project. You can type real estate. You can give the description. I'll type my real estate project, and from here you have to select the network which you want. So you will find tons of network like Ethereum, Solana, Polygon OSS, Polygon, Zeki, EVM, optimization, Astra, a lot of networks you will find. You can pick whatever you want which you want to deploy your contract. And if you click here, and here you have to pick the network. So right now we have chosen the Ethereum, so you will see all the variables method we have here to deploy the contract. Ethereum mainnet, Gorilla, Sofali, and the other Rinky Buy, Robsten, and Covin are depreciated, no longer in use. So we are interested in Polygon, so come here and we have to click on this Polygon POS, and from here you have to select the network. So you can see Mumbai mainnet, and we have to select this Polygon mainnet, and we have to select the Polygon Mumbai, this one. And once you select this one, simply click on the create app and it's going to create. And you can see in my case I'm not able to create because I already have a lot of keys generated, so I have exceed my limits, so I can create that one. But in your case you can simply create that one. Okay, it's telling me that I have to upgrade my account if I really want to create it, so I'm not getting this option. So what I will do, I'll simply come up here and I'm going to simply cut this one, and I'm going to use the already key which I have generated. So I have tons of key here, and I'm going to use this one. Click on this, and here you will find a similar dashboard, similar interface like this. So you have three methods to connect with the RPC URL. So you have this API key, you have the HTTP, and you have WebSocket. And down below you have a couple of methods: JavaScript, CLI, Python, Go. But the one we're going to use in this project is the HTTP. Okay, simply grab this exact URL, and that's the URL you will find here. So that looks pretty good to me. Simply grab the URL, and this is the URL which I'm going to provide in my MetaMask. Simply grab this one, come here, and that's what you have to paste here. And again, I'm telling you that this URL I will going to provide you in the starter file, so you can simply get it from there as well. This is the name, we have the RPC URL, and this is the chain ID. So this is the exact chain ID you have to provide, 8001, because this is for the Mumbai test network. We have the currency, and this is the optional one. So once you will fill out all of these data, click on the save, and you will have the network ready to go. Come to the general section, and here you will find bunch of options which you can customize as per your choice. Come back to the advanced one, and when you will install MetaMask in your browser for the very first time, you can see by default I have all of this test network is displaying, but in your case it will not display. If you really want to display that, you have to turn this option, show test network. So then it will show the test network in the MetaMask. So you can see I have already turned this one, so it's displaying. Okay, so make sure to turn it on, and once you're done with that, click on the save, and you will have the same, your MetaMask Polygon Mumbai test network is set up. So simply close all of this existing tab, and that looks pretty fine to me. And come up here. Now we're going to take a faucet. We need some Matic coin so we can deploy the contract. You can see I already have like this much Matic coin in my wallet, so I don't need to have it. But in your case, when you will installing MetaMask at the very first time, you will not have the Matic coin. So that's very easy to get it. Right now I'm not connected. So what you have to do is, first thing you have to get the private key of your wallet, because this is the key we're going to utilize this to deploy the contract. So click on this account details, and from here you have to export on the key. So simply pass the password of your wallet, the MetaMask, and it will give you the private key. Click on confirm, and this is my private key. So don't use mine, because ultimately I'm using for the test purpose, and you should use your own. So simply grab this one, come back to the hardhat config file, and here we're going to simply take it. So I'm going to take a variable, I'll say const private key, and I'm going to paste it as a string. So this is my private key. Now I have to get the RPC URL. So what I will do, I'll simply close this one and close this, not close it, open this new tab, close this one, and we have to type this RPC ANKR Polygon. So this is the exact command you have to type, and we have to get the RPC URL. So what I will do, I'll come to this website, and I'm going to simply take it. So I will simply copy this entire URL. So grab this URL. Again, this will be provided in the starter file, and here we're going to take it. So this is the RPC URL, we're going to take it. So we'll take this RPC URL, and we're going to paste it. Okay, you can use the both URL. You can use the Acme one, or you can use this one, but I use this one because this one is really very short, and if I use the Acme one, that's a huge one, and I don't like it. So we have the URL, we have the private key, and now the environment is set for deploying the contract. So let's come here. Here we're going to take this default network. So we have to define the default network in which we have to deploy our contract. So if you're deploying to the Ethereum mainnet, you have to define the network of that. If you are deploying to the Polygon, you have to define that, and if you're deploying to the Mumbai testnet, you have to define that as well. So let's define that. Default network is going to be the Polygon Mumbai. Okay, so remove this one. It's going to be our Polygon Mumbai. Mumbai. So this is going to be the default network. Once we have the default network, we can simply come up here and we have to take this one. So this default network is ready. Now we have to take the network, and inside the networks we have to define the chain ID. So this one is optional, but it's always better that you should go with a safer approach and define the chain ID as well. So I'll define the hard hat. In that I have to define the chain ID is going to be our 8001. So this is the chain ID we have. Now we have to define our network. So we'll define the Polygon Mumbai. Inside that we have to provide the private key and the RPC URL. So we'll provide this URL, and in that we have to simply provide the accounts which we're going to use to deploy our contract. So we have to take this one, and we'll take this template tutorial, and we're going to simply pass our private key here, and we'll simply take this RPC URL and we're going to simply paste here. You guys have seen me doing this multiple times, so I hope you guys are not confused what I have done here. So that's the setup we have done. All of the things looking absolutely fine, and this is the Solidity code optimizer, which you have to keep it like it. Okay, so everything's looking fine. You can see everything is absolutely wonderful. We have no error, no issues, and now we can simply deploy the contract. So before you do, you need some Matic coin in your wallet. So that's a very easy one. So before I come to the Matic coin, let me give you a quick overview about the ThirdWeb. You can see this is the platform we're going to use it. It's give you powerful pre-bid contract. It will give you powerful SDK for your contract. It will give you the API hooks which you can use it to communicate with the transaction, communicate with the RPC URL, and make an API request. So it's really powerful. I was not using earlier, but now it's absolutely amazing and mind-blowing. It will save a lot of your time, and you don't need to write a lot of custom codes for having simple functionality. Just imagine if I want to connect my wallet, I don't need to write a huge line of code for connecting with the wallet, with the MetaMask. All I have to do is to simply call the function which created by the contract, by the SDK, especially for my particular contract. I have to call it and I can simply connect with the wallet. So this is the one we're going to utilize it. You can see it has really popular and it's really powerful. You can see this is how you can generate all of the code. It will save a lot of your time. So I must come here and read the docs, that what you can do, what are the options it provide you, and how you can utilize it. So that's the one we're going to utilize it in our project. So simply come up here, and this is the network we have defined. Now come up here, close this one, open up your terminal, and now we have to simply deploy our contract using ThirdWeb to the Mumbai test network. Again, it's really hot in here. So first thing we have to do is we have to get into the web3 folder. So right now we are into the main directory, real estate contract new. So I'm in my main directory. I have to go into the web3 folder. You can see this is the folder which I have to go in. So if I come to the contract, you can see if I open this package.json file, inside that we have this script. So right now we're going to use this script deploy to deploy our contract. We have this build, we have deploy, and we have release. So let's go to the web3 folder, web3, hit enter, and now we are into this. Now we have to simply run the command. We'll type npm run deploy, hit enter, and this will deploy your contract very smoothly. Okay, you can see it's compiling the project, it's uploading the contract data, and this will happen very quickly. Sometime it will take a little bit time, but it's happened mostly very quickly. So looks fine. Just wait. The deployment is happening, and it's taking some time because our contract is really very huge. You can see we have written close to 300 lines of code, so that's why it's taking a little bit time. So just be with me, and it's happening. Why this cola berry D, and finally the contract is deployed, and you will get this particular endpoints, and it will automatically open your default browser. You can see I'm going to simply cut this one, and this is the URL which is very important. You have to simply grab it, and you have to open this particular URL as per your favorite of browser. Okay, I'll simply open this one. I'm going to open in the Chrome browser. Simply grab this one, come back to the Google Chrome, and I'm going to simply paste here. Cut this one, come here, cut this one, and I'm going to simply paste it. And we're going to utilize this ThirdWeb to deploy our contract to the Polygon test network, Mumbai test network. So it asks me to connect my wallet. So you can see the chain ID is there, and make sure you have to tick this one. Sometime it will be in untick. Make sure to tick this one, because this will add your contract to the ThirdWeb dashboard and you will have a visual representation. So make sure to do that. Click on this connect wallet and select the wallet of your choice. So I have this MetaMask. I have this much Medicoin in my wallet. In your case, if you have, it's good. If you don't have, you have to get one. So come up here, type Polygon faucet. So faucet, click on that, click on this, and you have to get the faucet for deploying the contract. So I'm into the Mumbai. Let me grab my address. Click on this, grab my address, paste here and submit. Confirm. So I already made a request in the morning, so right now I can't get it because I already have that token in my wallet. So in your case, if you don't have, you will get that token in your wallet. Once the transaction is confirmed, wait for 1 or 2 minutes, it will reflect. Okay, sometimes it takes more than that, but it's reflect very quickly. So that looks fine. Now once you have the Medicoin in your wallet, you can simply come back, check that you have. Once you have that one, now you can come back to the ThirdWeb, and now you can simply deploy the contract. So you will have this button called deploy now. So I already have this Medicoin and things looks good. I'm connected to the wallet. I have this much Medi. I will click on this deploy, and it's going to make 2 transactions. So in the first transaction is going to deploy the contract. You can see we are deploying the contract, and now click on this confirm. So the transaction is taking place. We are deploying the contract. After that, we have to make one more transaction to add this entire into the ThirdWeb dashboard. So just wait. Here it's adding the dashboard, and we have to make one more transaction. So you can see the request, all the chain ID, everything is looking absolutely fine. Okay, click on this @ sign, and it's going to attach to the dashboard. It will take a little bit time. Sometimes it take 2 minutes, 3 minutes, but it's happened very quickly. You can see we have successfully deployed our contract, and we have got this beautiful visual representation of the contract where we can do every single thing. Okay, even you don't need the front end to make the transaction or list property. You can do it right from here. Okay, it will give you the complete overview of your contract. So this is the entire thing which you will find, and here you will find where you will constantly listening for the event. So whenever any transaction will take place, any event will create it in the contract, that's all going to display here. So you can see this is the overview section. This is the entire address of your contract. So your contract is deployed to the network, and this is the address you have got it. So I want you to save this particular URL, this particular dashboard in your browser. Okay, so we have the URL because we're going to use this a lot. So copy that one, and you can keep it, but just leave it like it. So we have the URL. I want to save it because this is the contract we're going to refer again and again, and I don't want to lose it. So let's save it. If you come to the build section, here you will find all the methods which you can use to deploy, connect your contract with your front end app. So they have explained you that how you can use the SDK, how you can use with the JavaScript, all the API keys and everything it has provided. Okay, so we have this JavaScript, React Native, we have Web3 button we have. So we're going to use React.js, and the best part is that is going to give you all of the functions. So you can see that this is the function we have defined in the contract: add review, buy property, like reviews, like property, update price, update property. So all of these functions which make changes in our state variable. That's why you can see under the right category, and we have a couple of functions for reading as well. Okay, come back to the explore section. Here you will find all of the function. Okay, explore. So this is the entire write function we have. This is the read function we have, and you can simply literally pass the data to do the changes. All of this function. This is the entire read function. Read properties, read highest rated product, read product reviews, get property. All of this function you will find which read the data from the blockchain, from your smart contract. So that looks pretty fine. Let's come back to the events. Here you will find all the events will take place in your contract. Right now we have 0 event. The setting is not that important, and here you will have the source code of your contract. So you will have the entire source code of the smart contract right up here. You can see all of the code which we have written. That's pretty huge. And we will also have the ABI. If I close this one, we have the ABI. So this is the ABI. And if you don't want to use ThirdWeb, you can simply grab this ABI and grab the address, and you can follow the normal manual procedure for communicating with the blockchains, the way we have done in the NFT marketplace or in other project. Okay, you can follow that one, because you need ABI, you need the address of the contract, and you can easily able to communicate with the blockchain. So that looks pretty fine. Everything is working absolutely incredible. This is the entire ABI. Now come back to the build one, and we're going to use this extensively because we're going to follow all of this guidance, all of the methods which they are recommending you, and we're going to build logic on top of this and customize the function to design the data as per our choice, as per the UI part we have. So we have the property, we have the events. So I will teach you every single method to retrieve data from the blockchain. So we have write, read, and event. Event is also really powerful. Okay, so this is the one we have. By, you can see automatically it will generate this function which you can use it. So there are some tricks you have to do, which I will show you later down in the video, in the project. So that looks pretty fine. That looks pretty awesome to me. Hope these things are making sense to all of you guys. This is the function we have to call for reading the data from the blockchain, and this is the event we have which we can use to read the data. So we can read the data based on the specific event, based on all event, and based for a particular event index you can read the data as well. So all of this function we're going to utilize and see how it's going to work in our front end and UI part. So that looks pretty fine. Everything is working absolutely great. So our contract is deployed. We have almost covered the first two part. We have built our smart contract, we have tested our smart contract, we have deployed our smart contract, and now left the final part for building the context, building the entire logic for retrieving the data. And once we're done with that, we're going to connect the data to our front end UI part. So that looks pretty awesome. Let me close this one, and that's absolutely incredible. Let's come here and let's create a file in which we're going to write the code for our front end UI part. So we'll call it client, and in this we're going to write the entire code for our front end, the front end UI part, the context management, the UI structure, all of the things we're going to do inside the client side, because we'll have a client side. So that's the only thing I want to cover in this video. Hope you guys have found this video valuable. If you still have any confusion, any doubt, do let me know in the comment section. In the next video, we're going to start working on the front end UI part and building the logic and connecting with the contract. We're using the context management, but even in more optimized way. So that's the only thing I want to talk about in this video. Hope you guys have found this video valuable. If you are new to my channel, hit like and subscribe. That will motivate me a lot. And if you're watching me for the very first time, my name is Daulat. I'm a Web3 developer. I make this kind of project and I teach. I work as a freelancer, tons of things I do. So okay, so make sure to follow my entire projects to know more about me. And if you really like this project, do let me know in the comment section. Yes, I'm interested, I'm liking this project. That's the only thing from my end. See you in the next video. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.